Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Everyone is sore, everyone is panicking, everything is red, and Bitcoin is dropping, breaking a very important support level. Now, I was told on the comment section that I should have covered this topic instead of play to earn games and errand and stuff like that. And I have to break it for you people, I did this week on YouTube, and I also wrote a big thread on Twitter where I said that if the S&P 500 breaks its support, then we will go down. Now, just to repeat, just to see what could happen, what I am expecting to happen, and what I'm doing right now, let's do this video and let's talk about why shouldn't we panic. And the reason you shouldn't panic is because you didn't invest money which you need in the next couple of months. Obviously, that is the first thing where you should stand now. Bitcoin broke the 40,000. 40,000 was a very important support level because after 40,000, the next important one is the 30,000. Whether we will go down to the 30 or not, I don't know, but I see more and more chances. If we go down to the 30,000 and we don't have big investments, big news, and big buy-offs, then we will enter the bear market. Yes, and that will hold 2-3 years until the next halving. That is inevitable at one moment. Now, the thing is that this is not only on Bitcoin. This is not because Bitcoin decided that it's gonna go down because 70k was the top. It's because of the whole market, the whole stock market, and the recession, the inflation, and everything, tapering included. Now, what I said in my thread, in my Twitter thread, and I'm gonna show it, it's here. If you go on my profile, you will find it there. I said that if S&P 500 breaks this support, I mean, it's from the rising wedge, it will probably go down to the 4,200 somewhere there, and that will be very painful for Bitcoin. And I also said that my prediction, if the S&P 500 breaks that Bitcoin 30k, Ethereum 2k, and around $120. So let's see where we are standing based on this. S&P 500 broke that support. Actually, it broke it 3 days ago, and it is going down. It was never this close to the 200 exponential moving average since it broke it when it came back from the pandemic dump. Now this says something. This is very important, and this is very negative and very scary, obviously, because easily we could go down another 10%, and if the S&P 500 drops another 10%, Bitcoin will suffer hugely and altcoins will be wiped out. This is the moment where you have to think in what did you invest, what project, in what team, because if the team is good and the team has a longer vision, then the price of the coin wouldn't matter for them. And I hope that Aaron is like that, and based on what we heard from them, they are like that, so I'm not really concerned. My only concern is that we won't see big profits until 2025, let's say. Let's go forward. Bitcoin breaking the 40,000 is obviously a threat. It's not good, and it's not looking as bottoming out, because unlike here when we had this huge dump, let me just show you here, huge dump, we revisited this twice again, but the huge dump, the starting was here, and we broke that already, and we went lower, and now we went lower, and we just can't get out of this downward trend. Some people would say that okay, this is a descending triangle, which is a bullish sign. It could be right. I don't believe that we are in that situation right now. If we want to, I don't know, put it something like this. For me, this data is not the best, and I don't think that we should rely on it. What we should rely on is the psychological support and psychological resistance of the people and investors, obviously. Now, retail will not buy in for some time, that's for sure. They are not the type who will buy at 30,000 because they will think that we will go down lower. I will buy in on 30,000. On the other hand, now everybody waiting for the 30,000, it may never come. We don't know, because we don't know what will happen here. As long as S&P 500 is going down, Bitcoin will not turn around. I don't think so, as at least, and this is my opinion only. This is not financial advice. I'm not an expert, so treat everything that you hear here with a pinch of salt. As long for Aron is at the 160, and yes, we have a big support at the 160 that is quite visible on the volume trading. But if the 160 fails, the next big support is at the 110, 115. So buckle up, we could see those levels again. Obviously, these are very good buy zones. Why? Because we already touched the 530, and if everything picks up and if we don't go into the bear market, it might be very possible that we will just revisit this all-time high very fast. This is not very unlikely for the altcoins, and Aron is still a smaller cap altcoin. Not too small, obviously, the mid-range, but it's not in the top 10. It's not even in the top 20. Therefore, yeah, it can be very volatile. So what I'm doing right now I am waiting and just watching, and what I'm waiting for is this level, this 4,300 for the S&P 500, and before that the touch of the 200 day exponential moving average. The difference between simple moving average and exponential moving average is that the EMA is more sensitive to the smaller or shorter term movements. Now this might hold for some time. This might show some support, but if this one is broken and the price goes lower than this and confirms, obviously, then the next big resistance for me is this one or this one. If we break this one as well, then we will have a longer waiting time until we see some signs that we are turning around. This is the same for the Nasdaq as well. As you can see, the last time Nasdaq already broke the 200-day moving average, and the last time it touched it was at the beginning of the pandemic. So yes, it's either a big correction, which is understandable since for 2 years it had a very massive growth, or it is entering in the bear market. The stock market is entering in bear market. And if you want another confirmation, there is the Dow Jones, the transport, and as you can see, it is falling. Now, if you want any confirmation for any stock market, then you should look at the Dow Jones as well on the transportation index, and it is at a very important support. And as you can see here, these two lines, if these two are broken, that we are officially entering into the bear market. For this to be, let's say, cancelled out, we need another all-time high, which means that it should go higher than the previous 36,000 something. What I'm doing right now, as I said, I am just waiting. I'm just waiting and watching. I don't know whether we are entering the bear market or not. I know that you will see a lot of video clips on YouTube especially from bigger influencers who will say that, okay, this is the bottom, we will just turn around from here. I also think that we should turn around, but at this moment, I think that this is not depending on Bitcoin, and this won't depend on the buys and the buy-ins for Bitcoin and crypto. This will depend on the overall market sentiment for the stock market, because we might enter in a recession period, in a deflationary period, when everything will go down and we will revisit some previous prices. And just to show you what we need to revisit, as you can see, there is a very consistent growth in the S&P 500 for the last, I don't know, almost 10 years, or let's say 6 years. We had the pandemic, and from there we went up double because everyone was buying in. Now, since we went up in this vertical line almost, or let's say 45 degree instead of 30, then it means that we need to correct. I mean, the market needs to correct. And this is what will happen now if we don't turn around and go higher. One thing is for sure, I wouldn't watch Bitcoin right now. I think Bitcoin's price is not important, because Bitcoin's price or Bitcoin's market has a very, very small effect on the overall market, on recession, on inflation, or on anything. And as long as these, the Dow Jones, S&P 500, the Nasdaq are going down, and UK index is not even going down, to be honest, because it is pumping. But as long as these are going down, I don't see Bitcoin bottoming out. And that is my opinion. Treat it with a pinch of salt, as I said. But this is the situation we are in right now, and be very careful. Obviously, this is a very, very good opportunity for dollar cost averaging. I wouldn't buy in with the whole amount of money I want to invest, as I usually don't. Just buy some at every certain point, and we will see. Now, one more thing which I wanted to mention, and that is the head and shoulders. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Now, the head and shoulders neckline is right here at the 40,000, and that is why, from technical point of view, this 40,000 was so important. Because if we stick to the strict technical analysis and we consider that we broke the head and shoulders neckline, then the next target is the 13,000. Do we go there? I don't think so. We would need a very, very big crisis, a very big recession to go there. We will touch a lot of supports which we need to break, and the 30,000 is a very, very big psychological support line. I don't think that it will be broken, or I don't think that it will be broken in the next 6 months, even if we continue to go slowly down. In the meantime, we will see what the altcoins are doing. I don't think that they will drop 70%, because as long as Bitcoin is going down this slowly, and if it doesn't turn around, right now I'm 60% it's gonna turn around and 40% that it's not. I think we will see some pumps here and there in the altcoin section. So I don't know, if you want together, watch for the support lines. We will cover it obviously every day, and let's see where we are going. I would not close up everything and go to work, as most people do in these times when they just decide that the bear market has started. Let's see, and we will decide then, and we will make a strategy. We will dollar cost average, and even if we are entering in the bear market, we will make good accumulations, and we will have very, very big gains in the next bull market. So don't panic, stay chill, and adapt to the situation. That is what you need to do. Thank you again for watching. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe to the channel if you like the content, and smash the like button because you help me a lot. Take care.